Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Wednesday to everybody. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Hope the middle of the week is going well for you guys. Welcome in, you guys. Happy Wednesday. So, what's shaking, you guys? Good to see everybody on here. You guys, thanks for all the messages and all the good pictures you guys have been sending me. Number one, man. I've seen so many great photos and restorations and stuff, man. You guys are awesome, dude. Thanks for showing me. And that's like, I swear, you guys send me like these nice messages and say, I'm sure you get a lot of messages, but I just wanted to show you this. You guys show me your cool stuff anytime, man. I love that stuff. And hey guys from down under, awesome. I am happy. I don't even know what time is it in Australia. Probably the morning, right? So tomorrow morning. It's pretty wild. You guys, what's up? I'm broadcasting to you live here from Metro Detroit. I can't say Detroit because it's like I'm about 30 miles north, but I'm here in Michigan, Oakland County, northern Metro Detroit, and I'm always happy to do this, you guys. So I'm hope you guys are doing well too, man. So here's what we're gonna do tonight. All right, guys. So I have so many guys that will say, "Hey, man, we love seeing all the what do you call it? The tricky stuff you do and all the bends and creases and all the stuff." But they're like, "Hey, I just got to do some I want to do some card cleaning. I just got some cards I want to clean up the fronts. You know what I mean?" So that's what we're doing. We're gonna do some cleaning tonight. And hey, you guys are the best people in the world to work with, man. And you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm good at, you guys, is making cards look nice again. That's like my lane, you know what I mean? And I love teaching it and showing it, and that's what I do, man. So I'm just gonna keep doing that one day at a time, and I hope that you guys enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for being you guys are the best, man. And Gary, I see you. Michelle, what's going on? Good to see everybody. So just let me get all my stuff here set up, and I'm just gonna think about what we're gonna do first. And I think that we're gonna do. I'm going to show you guys some stuff. So like I was in, I was in the, what do you call it? I was in a wonderful place this past weekend. I was in Philadelphia, and I was in the Fishtown Card Show. And even though it's tempting to buy a bunch of expensive stuff, I like looking for stuff that I can show you guys, because it's like, I'm sure that there's great select cards that we can clean. I'm sure there's plenty of good, like look at this one. I got this. You guys love these? I love these. So I grabbed a bunch of stuff like this, all right? So the Philly Card Show was fun, and I had a great time. And if you guys have never been to Philadelphia, so I grew up, I'm from Michigan, and I never got out much, and I never got to travel much as a young guy. And so now I'm starting to do that a little bit. And God, it was like I got to see people dressed up as like patriots walking down the street and stuff, and I got to see the Liberty Bell. And it was fun. I'm a simple guy, stuff like that was fun to me, so, but I was going through all the dollar boxes, and I got a bunch of good stuff for upcoming stuff. Look at, we got stains. So I'm going to make a video about that soon. And then we got some corners and wrinkles. We can do that. You know what I mean? And Batman, I like that one. People ask me, hey, does new stuff come dirty? So we'll find that out. I got a bunch of good stuff to show you guys. You know what I mean? If you've never been to Philly, stay away. I'm a Philly resident. I thought it was, you guys are great. I had a great time there. So, let me show you because tonight's a good one where you guys, here's the thing. You guys are the best ambassadors for this card care ever. All right. So I'll get guys that'll send me some pictures of cards that are like scratched up and be like, hey man, I heard I can get these, all the scratches off. And I'm like, well, no, not really. But you can sometimes get like stuff like this up. If you guys can see it, I changed out the penny sleeves because they were dirty. But if you guys can see, this is the type of stuff that you'll get on singles after they've been in sleeves since the 90s. And you guys can relate to that, right? I mean, fairly common. But it's that crap that you can't really wipe off of a card, and you think sometimes you're just like, oh, it might be. And here's what we'll find out tonight. We're going to see what is clean upable, if that's a word, and we'll see what stays. And that will give you guys a good baseline, you know what I mean? So whatever we do is good. Okay, this was the one on the back where it's pretty bad. But you know what I see? Here's something I want to help you guys get an eye for. So this is simple card cleaning 101. a lot of this stuff, I bet, now I could be wrong, but I bet you it's from just crappy plastic sleeving, where a lot of, but then you'll see scratches and some of those will be permanent. So you know what I'm saying? So that's what we'll do. All right. So let me show you guys what we're going to do first. So number one, I want to wipe the card down with card spray and just see if we can get some of the crap off of it. You know what I mean? And then we're going to polish the card, and that's it. And then, like, sometimes you guys, it takes you 2 minutes to make something look really good. All right. So, and you guys, I'll try to get to as many questions as I can. And, you know, I know I got probably Jason and Gary and Shell and people on here. So if anybody answers any questions for me, that's cool as well. You know, but I see one here too. It's a good one. Who Dat Cards asked, can I still clean up cards and send them to PSA? That's a great question, man. Of course. And the thing is, I mean, you guys, I make all these videos live, and, you know, and PSA made it clear that they stand firm. They're not open to like learning more about card cleaning, I guess, as of right now. You know, I'm not going to give up, but as of right now. So, but I've never had a problem of, you know, with PSA grading a card. Now, sometimes people, you know, if you don't make a video for everybody and show everybody, you know, not everybody's happy for you if you get an upgraded card. So, but yeah, I've never had a problem with just sending in cards regular to get them graded. So, good question. But yeah, sorry for any confusion, you guys. But all right, let's do this. Let's see what we can do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to find out the best we can do on this, all right? All right, first up, I want to use some card spray. And I'm just going to, you guys, if you hear me squirt it, it's just, I'm just shooting it at my desk over here because I just like to get a little bit of it on the desk first. All right, so let me see what we can do. You guys, I'll get you a good view, the best I can. So what I want to try to do is get as much of this crap off as this surface as we can. And you guys, just to mark your calendars here, this is I think it's a 97. Any of my baseball guys on here? What is this? No, it's a 99 Fleer. All right, 99. All right, so like 24, 25 years old, man, they start to kind of collecting that stuff on them. So any of your cards from this era, like Upper Deck, Fleer, Flare, all that stuff, you guys, this is a good, they start to kind of get these age spots on them. But here's the drill. I always just kind of just clean in one direction so I don't try to smear this stuff around because, well, I'm never always sure what the, I mean, it is usually like a powdery kind of plasticky residue from the old sleeves. But when you start moving it all around on itself, it's kind of hard to get off. So I just suggest go in one direction. And if you guys, I should be showing best practices here. Cover it up with your fingers so you don't get fingerprints on it. All right. Let's do that. I want to do the back. This was don't forget, guys, you know, the front of the cards is the coolest to look at usually, but always make sure you pay attention to the back, all right? Like, there's always going to be, it counts for 50% of the surface, of course, you know, so just make sure you get that part clean too. Yeah, pretty good. We'll see how, this will be a pretty accurate kind of a, I see I'm getting some stuff off, but I'll show you guys. You know, I got a question I saw at the bottom says, how many times should you wipe down your card front and back? I spend just a few minutes with it, guys. Like, here's, like, for example, like, so you see the front? We already did a pretty good job on the front. The front looks good, right? But I want to polish up the front too because there's like some stuff in his jersey still. And then you guys see kind of like this on the back. Still has like some action on it. Now, it could just be, so to answer the question, I just go over it a handful of times and just see whatever I can remove. But yeah, it's a good question. Somebody wrote, does it fill light scratches? No, guys, you can't really, you know, I'm sure there's things you could do for going that route, but you don't want to, it would probably, you know, if you put in stuff that would harden into the cracks of the cards, you probably could never get a card graded because it would look like makeup or it would look like something stuck on it, you know? So it won't fill any scratches, but everything looks like a scratch. But a lot of times, you guys, some of this stuff is just like light abrasions, little stuff that sticks to it from these sleeves and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But if you got some scratches, there just count on them being permanent. You know, it's just kind of one of those unfortunate things. But, you know, sometimes they're just, if you just have little light rubs like going across it like we just did, you can make a nice turnaround. So, like, let's pay attention, for example. Like, here's what I can bet. I bet you that scratch is permanent. See how that one's cut into the card? I bet you that's, like, in the card. But some of this other stuff isn't too... It's almost kind of like... it's almost like if you scratch your skin. You know, sometimes it's just a little... You know, just a little dry. You can just hit a little bit of it. But if you cut too far into a card, you won't be able to get anything out of it. All right, so moving on here, guys. What's next? Just going to do a quick front and back card polish of it, and we'll get it looking in its best self. Hey, Anthony, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. And if you guys ever need any extra applicators or anything like that, make sure you always just use clean new ones. You know, use clean new applicators, use clean new paper, or not paper, clean microfibers. Keep always that stuff clean, because one of the things you could do to scratch a card is if you had a dirty applicator, you could scratch it. So just be careful like that. But this is definitely, if you guys have a stack of 90s cards like this, they're fun. They'll suck you in. So sit down with them and just clean them up. I think that you'll probably notice a nice improvement on probably every one. And we got a little bit of a variety here tonight, guys. I'm going to do a select card. Got a hologram. I picked all these up in Philadelphia over the weekend. I was just looking for cards that would make good examples, and I thought this would be a good one. So, okay, isn't that nice? And look, I was right? When you clean up a few cards and do it a while, you kind of can identify stuff. Like, so that's a straight up scratch, right, guys? Like, I can't do much with that. There's nothing I can do. Whatever scratched it took off part of the surface. But these surfaces are typically made out of pretty cheap plastic, and they're very easy to get little abrasions on. So clean them up. They look good. Let's do the front too. I appreciate you guys jumping on tonight and spending a few minutes. I'm excited for summer to roll around. I just found out that there's 1 month left of school here for my kids, which is sweet because it gives us a little bit more time off together, man. I tell all the parents out there, I give you guys so much credit with school and work hours and sports and everything like that. That's awesome, isn't it? I love these cards, you guys, and that took us just a couple minutes. Not everything has to be a huge project, but you know, that's nice, right? Looks sweet. So thank you. This was basically from you guys showing me your normal stuff every day. And you know, sometimes I just like get carried away. I'll be like, oh, must get the most beat up card in the world and make it look, 100% better again. And then I just realized sometimes you can just chill out. You know what I mean? So check this one out. I love you guys too, man. Thanks for all the love. And I hope you guys like, and if anybody out there tonight needs any support or any, any good vibes, man, if you guys need, throw it out there, man. If anybody needs, you got a positive group of people on here. So, if anybody's celebrating anything awesome, man, tell us something good that's going on in your life. So, God, you got a group of people here that can definitely rally around you. So, thank you guys. All right. So, I love Tom Brady, you guys. I'm born in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Lived there for half my life, and I just had the pleasure of growing up. Like, Tom's a couple years older than me, so when I was in high school, I got to go to all the games and watch Tom Brady play, and then he turned into Tom freaking Brady. You know what I mean? So, so let me show you guys what we're gonna do on this one. Just kind of dirty, you know what I mean? It's kind of same old thing. And then, you guys, I'm gonna show you some edge stuff around this. The card has a little bit of edgy. Let's do the edges first. So if you guys have never seen this before, hey, graduating a month from UPenn. Congratulations, man. Let's give it up to Everett. Good job, dude. Good job. That is so awesome. School's tough, man, and being able that you're able to graduate and get it done. Congratulations for you, man. And so let's keep on rolling here, you guys. And hey, I had somebody wrote, "What about PSA saying they can detect card wax?" I've never heard that, man. So unless you left it on, you know what I mean. If you leave it on the surface, they could. But I bet you guys, a couple thousand cards got graded today that've been polished and cleaned up without any issue. But naturally, if you do it live like me, you'll it's a little bit easier to notice. But yeah, no worries, you'll be fine. Just don't leave it on the front. I think we should be. You shouldn't have to worry about cleaning up your cards. So you're cool with that, guys. But so what I'm doing right here is just going around the edges, you guys. You'll get a lot of little fuzzes sometimes on these things, you know what I mean? And if you're ever wondering that, looking at it going, how do I get all these little pieces of fuzz off? Just use a little bit of painter's tape. It's a pretty easy thing to do, but makes a nice difference. And this, again, like you'll hear me say it all the time, test on base cards, man. Test on base cards. And you'll get a good feel for it. But that way you'll get all the little fuzzes off the edges. So do that whenever you see fuzzes coming off the edges on a card like that. All right. And so now let's clean up the front. So this is something too. What year is this? 18 or 19? 18. That was worth it. I got to sell the dollar box. I'll pay $1 for a Brady base card. I'm a sucker like that, so that's fine. Yes, and I got a question that said, would you do the same process for a refractor? Yep, exactly. Anytime that you have a card with fuzz coming out the edges, tape I find is usually the easiest way to do it. And the specific reason, you guys, I use the blue tape, it's painter's tape, because it's not super duper sticky. You know what I mean? It's not super sticky, and it does a good job of not tugging too hard on the card, if that makes sense. So, all right, let's do the same thing. Just going to pick one direction. We'll clean upwards. And you guys, I know a lot of people that are, thank you to all my customers and loyal supporters out there, and also to all my new customers. And I have sometimes, like I said earlier, I'll get, want to do the most advanced stuff I know. But really, the just by sitting down and prepping your cards like this and cleaning them is probably the most important step. The more things you learn how to do structurally and stuff like that is cool. But just knowing how to make them their best self like this is always a good move. So sorry, you guys, if I sometimes will do some stuff that you watch and go, geez, I don't even want to try that. I'll show you those as much as I can. But, when it comes to this, the importance of sitting down and doing this, make sure you just have a few minutes with every card, especially if you like to grade your cards, or even if you don't even want to grade them, just display them or whatever. Just go in one direction like this. Don't go up and down, because you could catch a corner or catch an edge. You know what I mean? And good question here. I got Mr. Lopez asked me, do you have an order? Do you use the card spray before the polish or what? I like to use the card spray on a dirty card first, because it's good at getting crap off the card. But as you're going to see here, this card is kind of a pain in the ass to clean. Check this out. So even though I'm cleaning it, I'm kind of like smearing everything around. It was pretty oily, this card, I guess. So hang tight. I'll show you. Instead of just keep on wiping it all over itself, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Yeah, hey, NY Card Co. He asked me if there's a way to get like a stain out of a card with too much moisture. Absolutely, dude. Just for right now, don't touch it. Let it sit. And you can send me a picture. I'll take a look at it, and I'll give you some advice, all right? So what I did so far, you guys, I'm sorry if I'm moving quick, but I'm just kind of, you ever get to a point where you're like kind of smearing surface crap around like that? Just stop and replace this, because this is dirty. You know what I mean? So when it comes to, I'm going to stop right there, and what I'm going to do is get a new cotton, and then we're also going to polish this card up too, all right? But if you guys remember, I was trying to get these little things off right there. It's not very common to have through my experience, to have a card from 18 with so much oil and crap all over it, but who knows, you know what I mean? Cards are little dirt magnets. So when you take a break and just grab a fresh cotton, check this out. That pretty much took care of the problem. But I still got some on there. We're going to need to polish the card, all right? So hang tight. It's not done. Not done yet. Back. This is another thing, you guys. Spend the $20 on getting like some lights like this. Like, check this out. Like, I have that light on and that light on, but I could never see stuff like that without the lights. And I know I'm real picky, but you see how that's like that smudge or that substance in there? You know, that's what good lights have helped me out with. You know what I mean? So let me just use the remaining card spray on here, and then we'll shine it up. These come out really good. And you guys, thanks for helping with my homies on here. I see you guys. Thanks for helping out with some of the FAQs. It is a little challenging for me to look, and I never want to forget anybody. But thanks for the messages, you guys. And thanks for watching, you guys. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and I am happy to be here on this Wednesday night, and I'm thankful for all of you guys. So thanks for being here to hang out with me. And we got 2 more cards to clean up, so hang tight. And then actually, if anybody on here collects Magic cards or TCG stuff, I'm going to show you something too. So it's mainly sports tonight, but I'm going to show you a TCG thing. These right here, you guys, these little things are from CVS or Walgreens. And if you're outside the United States, any like we call them drugstores, or just any drugstore like that, this is 100% cotton makeup remover. So 100% cotton. Make sure it's 100% cotton, because if you get ones that are not and they have plastic in it, you could scratch a card. So just get cotton and you'll be cool. And the reason I get cotton is because it reminds me to throw them away. I will never save something like this. Isn't that right? It's like I'll get something like this and then I'll be like, I don't want to use this over and over and over. All right. So that's why I use cotton. All right. So another thing, guys, use your little sleeve down here, or wear rubber gloves, whatever you're comfortable with. But when you're removing card polish, you don't want to, the whole point is to have a nice mirror-like finish. Get it look to like it was brand new again, right? So you don't want fingerprints on that. And if you haven't worked on modern era cards, I know you guys will see me work on vintage a lot. I love vintage and paper cards, but I love the modern ones too, but sometimes they just don't have as much damage to work on. But like I said, it's important to showcase a variety of stuff of what's doable and what's not doable. You know what I mean? Yeah, see, that's the type of advice I like too. Like Crunch Breaks, or my wife gave me little triangle foam makeup removers. They work even better. See, isn't that cool? Like whatever you guys like, just use clean stuff. That's the most important, because most of the time when you're working on cards, you're just getting like oils and junk off. Like look at that. That's sweet, isn't it? It probably is cleaner now than when it came out of the pack, Somebody asked, hey, Jerry, I'm going to get Ellie to sign a ticket Saturday and noticed a small crease on the ticket. I'm not too good with tickets, man. If anybody on here to give Jerry advice, I've never really worked on tickets too much. You could always send me a picture, Jerry, but I don't know. I think, sometimes I'll say they make cards out of some of the cheapest material. Tickets got to be the cheapest material, because most of them are designed to be thrown away, right? So I don't know enough, Jer. So I'm sure there's smarter people on this call that might know a little bit more about ticket restoration than me. So if anybody does, please hit up Jerry. Thanks, Jerry, for the good question. I just don't want to point you in the wrong direction. I don't know. And let's do the back, you guys, and then we'll do a couple more. We got a hologram coming up, and I got another A-Rod. It's not that I'm a big A-Rod fan by any means. It was just a little stack of them, and they were all dirty, so I wanted to share them with you guys. Yeah, no problem, Jerry. Like, I know a lot of, so I have a really unique group of people that I get to communicate with on here, mostly collectors, but I was talking to like some archaeologists today and about restoration that have found my page through like friends and other restoration things, and they were showing me stuff that they work on as archaeologists, and I'm showing them stuff that I work on, and I was like, how crazy that all this, we all know each other through working on cards, you know what I mean? So there you go. Check it out. Looks good, doesn't it? Oh, hold on. Something caught my eye. There you go. So cool, right? Satisfying. I like that a lot. So we got a good looking A-Rod and a Brady. Both cleaned up well. So now the next two, you guys are a little bit dirtier than the other ones. But this is fun, right? I enjoy this too. I could sit here with a stack of these old cards and work on them all night. I love them. So let's see that. You guys remember these? This was a card I love. I thought Pinnacle was really cool. This one's a good one. I was almost, I almost couldn't wait, but it's like that same thing, you guys. So remember, if you are searching for cards in the raw or in the wild, and you see that pattern, it's usually from an old sleeve. Usually, all right? So, I'm not an archaeologist, but I stayed at a Holiday Express last night. I love that. I'm impressed by everybody's trades. You know what I mean? One of my best buds is a nurse, and I could never do that job ever. I could never do that job. But how much do we appreciate nurses? Like, I couldn't even imagine that type of career. So anybody out there that works in medicine or with people or whatever, it's just, God bless you guys. Same deal, right? So now when I'm looking at this under the light, I'm looking at two things. I'm looking at the surface, but I'm also trying to figure out, is it scratched up? Is it beat up? We'll see, you know what I mean? But this is perfect example. What was this? What year is this one? 96 or 97? 97. I won't talk too much, you guys, but can I tell you a couple things about this, what I want you to see? You see the white around the edges? Unfortunately, guys, when you see that, you can't get that back, fellas and ladies. So if and don't ever be afraid to ask me questions, you guys. You don't have to be. I'm not a card snob. I'll tell you everything, but like, I get a lot of messages every day saying, "Hey, what can I do with these types of edges?" And it's usually on like 90s stuff like this, and I say nothing. It's just kind of screwed up. So that won't be able to be fixed. But then I'll say, focus on the rest of the card. If you like the rest of the card, do your best to clean it up. You know what I mean? So let's try it. We'll do the same thing. Just same thing. And this would be a good one. This one would look really sweet if we can get it to look good. There are definitely some probably permanent scratches on here, guys. But again, it will show you what you can clean away and what's going to leave behind. But it's going to look better. I can count. I'm pretty confident in that. So let's do it right. I'm going to cover it up so I don't get any fingerprints on it. Oh, hey guys, this is so crazy, but ladies too, cut your fingernails. Cut your fingernails. Once a day, I get a lot of messages, but like once a day, I'll get somebody that will hit me up and say, "Hey Kurt, I was cleaning a card, and while I was doing this with this hand, I was nervous and I shoved my fingernails all into the card." That's a thing. That happens. Seriously, guys, I get messages like that all the time. And then the question is, how do I get my fingernails out of it? Well, that's a hard thing, and I don't know if it's going to happen all the time. But just remember, keep the nails down, okay? I've definitely made mistakes like that when I was working on like cards that I was too excited about, and I was just paying attention to the card more than I was paying attention to the restoration or the cleaning, and I've definitely put some nails into a card. So just silly little things like that, but I mean it. I hope it helps. Yeah, hey, Mark, great question. I just caught that one. Mark said, will painter's tape on edges of older cards pull paint? Yeah, for sure, Mark, it could. It could. So, like, if you have, like, an older card, say, like, you got a vintage paper era card, something like this, and you got fuzzy edges, chances are, guys, the fuzzy edges are there because it got a little wear and tear. So just like, that's when I use this, I'll use the microscope and I'll look at the corners and edges real well. Now, if you just got like sometimes you could just have a little bit of fuzz, and you can go in there with like a little touch of tape. But you just want to look at it real close, because you don't want to keep on working on something that's like already compromised, and you keep on pulling more off and pulling paint off. You don't want to go in the wrong direction. Sometimes you can't fix everything, but you don't want to make stuff worse. You know what I mean? All right, so let me check in with you. I'll show you where we got. Here's how far we got on this one. Like, awesome, right? But look at, I got stuff like that. It's a lot shinier, but it's not all the way done. I got stuff on Alex's face, the letters. Try to take a mental picture, because we're going to do the same thing to the back too. Yeah, this is a good one. It's fun when you can find cards like this too. If you guys like, I pass over all the graded 9s and 10s and stuff like that. I always like to look for stuff like this. And I got some really good stuff coming up, so stay tuned, I promise. And to my TCG friends, I'm picking up like a couple of every TCG I can get my hands on. And hang tight, because tonight I want to show you something, you guys. I got a Magic card that, even if you don't like collecting Magic cards, I think you'll like the progress. So stay tuned. All right, cool. This is actually coming up really good, you guys. Yeah, just the makeup remover, you guys. And I'm using just a little spray. I spray it, you guys, like over on the table, and I just dab into it and wipe it. Because I don't like to spray the actual cotton. It just makes it kind of a mess for me. I just like to dab into it. So check it out. That looks sweet. Hey Matt, you busted me about the gloves. I was telling the guys that you should wear gloves, but what I was doing was I was just using this. All right, so if you're comfortable wearing gloves, you guys wear gloves, especially if you're working on something of high value. You don't want fingerprints on it, but let's see if we can get the rest of this. All right, so it's shiny. I got a lot of that dead old, whatever you want to call it, just residues from old penny sleeves. So there's that. And then let's see if we can get the rest of the stuff, all right? So let's do that. So moving on here. And if anybody here, guys, let me, somebody wrote, can I join? I don't even know what that means. I'm not going to like bring on anybody like to jump on the live with me. That's not what I'm going to do. But if you ever have a question for me, you can always send one to me. But if anybody's just looking for advice on a type of, a cleaning thing or a card repair, I want you guys to do, go to my YouTube channel and click on playlists. Literally every single thing I know how to do, I have a video of. And if I don't know how to do it, I don't have a video of it. You know what I mean? So like, I don't have any like stuff that I'm holding back from you, crew. It's all there. So if you need anything, it's on YouTube. But if you need me personally, you can always send me a message. I'll answer. Sometimes it just takes me a little bit. I get a lot of messages, so I just do my absolute best. But I always want to be somebody you can get a hold of. This looks really freaking good. I want to go out and buy Aurora cards now. Hollywood Rips. I get all this stuff on Amazon. And on my website, I have a little tab on the right-hand side called Products We Love. So if you ever need extras, if you guys, I also get asked too, I'll get asked, how many cards can I clean up with a can of card polish? Typically 200, 250 even, so I hook it up, you guys. It will last you a while. So, but you will need more applicators, because you just always want to have a nice clean applicator, and then like clean microfibers. Or like, I was at a card show this weekend, so I like to bring my little black circular ones because they fit in my card kit. But just have a nice, clean, soft microfiber. That works well for like removing card polish if you're just cleaning up the surfaces. All right, I think I almost got everything that I wanted off this one, you guys. There's one spot there's a couple scratches, but here, check this out. This looks really good. Way, way better, right? See how it has that wet look again, and it just looks like it's a new card again. Now here, let me show you the stuff that didn't work out, because it's not like everything I do is just like turns to like perfect. It's not the case. Look at, see the lines going across his eyebrow? Or like something cooked into that card. I can't get that off. That. Still see that? Can't get that off. So would that be a mint, Jim Mint card? Nope. But does it look way freaking better? Hell yeah. And just think if it was like an expensive or like a good card from this year. And like a lot of the upper deck stuff was made like this, like the Pinnacle stuff. And you know how many good Jordans are from this era and stuff like that? So you guys get it, right? Looks sweet. Easy. I got another one. You guys want to do one more? Hang out with me. We'll do another one, all right? This is like my... So I'm 42 years old. This came out when I was 10 years old. And this was easily my favorite card I ever, like at that time, ever. And because look I was used to collecting stuff like this, right? And then, and I get hand-me-down cards from my cousins and stuff like that. And then this stuff came out, and that was a game changer for me. All right. So, very cool. You know what I mean? So there's that. And let me move on here, you guys. So we'll do this one right here. Right. So let me take a look here, guys, and I'll show you. So this is another one that's probably going to have some permanent stuff on it, okay? So I'll warn you. But same deal. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for joining the live, you guys. And just happy to connect with you guys. You're the best people in the world to work for, man. It's been a dream come true to be able to, I've said it many times, and I won't say it over and over and over, but like when I started, I've always been into like working on stuff that I like, whether it's instruments or automobiles or collectibles, cards mainly. You guys know me from the cards, but it's like I've always been into this type of stuff, and I never had I guess until like the social media. I put this channel up several years ago, and I got to meet all you guys through it, and it's just been so rewarding. I would always try to like talk to people about working on cards and whatnot, and it was just took until Instagram to find a really good community of people that are into it. So I thank you guys for that. And it's fun. And you guys, I mean it, impress me every day. I had so many messages today of awesome feedback and crazy cool grades. And I had a guy send me a picture today of I'll post it in the customer feedback, but it was a card that he was able to turn from a 2 into an 8 just by cleaning the surface and working on some corners and edges that were just a little out of shape. And it's pretty damn impressive. So sorry guys. I know it's a little hard to see because it's so damn shiny. This one's a tough one. I'll tell you up front. This one's a tough one. But we're going to try to get as much of this crap off it as we can. So we'll look at MJ's jersey. Now, holograms, you guys, are they scratch easy, all right? But I have no problem showing you, like, if it doesn't come out fantastic, it's still going to look a little bit better, I promise. I think a high graded one of these is probably pretty rare. I haven't looked them up, but if anybody's out there, I'm sure I got Jordan collectors watching. What is it, you guys, like this card in this card right here in a high grade? Does anybody own one or look them up? I bet you it's rare, unless people, unless kids weren't, unless they weren't collected by kids like me that got them and like played with them and traded them and stuff. But all of mine are a little bit beat up. Okay, so getting some of the clingers off. Still got a long ways to go. Yeah, I loved these, man. These were super cool. So Brian, I'm from Metro Detroit. Can you hear my northern, what do you call it? Northern Midwest accent? Which is fun too, isn't it? I talk to collectors all around the world, and I'm learning how to use a all my technology a little bit better. Google translates all this stuff. And I'm like, how funny that a country boy from Michigan is talking to people all over the world in different languages about baseball cards and basketball cards and Pokemon cards. I'm like, is this real life? So it's fun. You got a 7 on one of these, Deacon? I think that'd be probably hard, man. Yeah, but I'm sure people were math. See, this is what you'll run into, guys. If you run into, like, I just started trying to wipe the back down. It's just sticky. It has like it's not an ideal clean, but if you get something, I'm running into my microfiber is getting sticky. It's like I'm hitting something right there. See that crap? That's why I'm going to change gears. I'm going to change gears and use card polish. Anytime I run into something sticky, card polish is usually the way to go. So let's change gears a little bit. Hold on. What do I got here? Oh, just some cotton. Okay, so definitely got some wear and tear on it, but let me see if the card polish can do anything else, all right? Oh, NorCal, you got one? You got a 9 on one of these? Damn. Eric, you did? What's going on, Eric? Good to see you, buddy. Dude, I never had I guess that the ones I had just were never in great shape. But whenever I do one of these like demonstrations on a card like this, now I'll find myself looking them up and going, "Oh, I should find one in a grade and put it up on the wall." But any holographic finish, you guys, is a plastic finish like this, so it's safe to clean up. The card polish will bring it back to probably as close as it's gonna get to original condition, But as I'm sharing with you right now, it will. These things are scratch magnets and chip magnets. John, what's up? John wrote me, "Hey, my card polish got a little bit dry." Did you, John, by any chance leave the lid open for a long time? And if you did, that's the only thing you guys that can happen. If you leave the lid off the polish for a long time, it'll dry out. But if you guys ever get a dry, that's why I love doing lives. People can ask me good questions like this. John, go get you an applicator, and I want you to go all the way around it. Every time you guys open it, go all the way around it, go across surface all the way around, all that good stuff, okay? And then that will wake it up for you, okay? Eric, are they giving you they playing hardball with you? Because I know you know how to look at a card. Eric let me know that he got some cards that looked great, but he got a 9. Yeah, man, flip a coin when it comes to a 9 or a 10. There's been so many times where I've got a card graded. I think it was the last modern submission I sent out. The cards that even had little print lines, you guys know the ones that like go across that you can't ever really seem to go away. I had a couple cards with those. Got a big fat 10. My favorite card out of the whole submission was, in my eyes, perfect, and looked perfect, and got a 9. So it happens. I don't know why. It just does. And I'm going to show you this one to you guys here in a second, but I'm making decent progress. Yes, I'm going to have chips in here, and it's not going to be a 7, 8, or a 9, but it's going to look good. And you know how much I paid for this card? $1. $1. So I got my money's worth. Ooh, that's a good question. Morphs asked me a question. What's your PC contain? Okay, so I got a whole case of Tom Brady cards because I love Tom Brady. And then I love vintage baseball cards, and I love vintage boxing cards. Vintage eras from like the 30s, 40s, and 50s would be my favorite. And then I like unique, weird stuff. Like, well, not weird stuff, but I love like comics. I love Batman and things like that. And really, you guys, I'm kind of a chameleon. Now that I'm like the card cleaning guy, and I have card customers from all over the place that collect different things, I find myself getting into stuff that they're into. So like, like, for example, somebody wrote, "Do you collect soccer?" So, John, I don't collect soccer, but, so there we go. Hold on, I'll show you in a second. So check it out. That's the reel of it, you guys. That's all, that stuff's chipped in the top. So I can't fix that, but sure does look good, doesn't it? So look, you can see my phone in it now. It's like a mirror. You know? Yeah, like for example, I didn't know much about, but this was the part I want to show you before I keep yakking. See it was the sticky part on the back? I'm changing it because I want to do card polish on the back. Let's see if we can get this off. This is what I want. And then, but like, for example, I'll show you guys something. I don't know much about soccer, but I received a care package from a soccer player or a football player one time, and I got this in the mail, and it was from this player, Antoine Griezmann, and he wrote me a nice little letter. He's a card collector, and he sent me this. So, like, now I like soccer because I'm like, an actual soccer player sent me an autographed card and wrote me a letter that he likes cleaning his cards, you know? So that's cool as hell, you know? So now it makes me want to watch it and go, all right, now I want to, whenever this guy's playing, I want to check him out because that means a lot to me that he wrote me. You know what I mean? So, you know, I love that type of stuff. I feel like through card collecting, I've met so many good people and, like, you know, just a lot of great experiences. So, yeah, I'm a collector of anything, you know, like this week in the mail, well, I have some boxing cards coming, and then, like I said, for example, I picked up this stuff, like, while I was out at the card show, so just, like, a little bit of everything, you know. I think now I'm so, you know, since I get so many requests of, like, hey, Kurt, how do you fix this, or is this cleanable, or what do you do here, I'm kind of, like, always looking on behalf of, like, what do my customers show me? And, you know, since I'm just a customer service freak and I always want to do a good job, I'm just like always obsessed with, like, buying stuff that you guys show me, basically. So, but that's fine. I'm happy to collect that way. It's fun. You know, so thanks for the question, dude. But yeah, it's a long answer. I know that I'm not a person for, I know I'm not brevity's not my thing. I'm always a talker, but thanks for asking. I'm glad you guys asked that stuff. No, I'm not going to ever be a celebrity, buddy. I appreciate that, John. Hey, if I have a, you know, I enjoy cleaning up cards, and I enjoy providing great customer service and cool stuff for you guys. That's what I take out of it. Hey, good card conservatory. Keep up the damn good work, man. So hey, look at that. That's a good one, right? And guys, sorry to bust the myth, but it doesn't take away every chip or every scratch. It just doesn't work that way. But clean, hell yeah, right? And look at that was the annoying part. So if you run into something sticky, combo card spray and polish. Usually you can get anything off the surface, but you can't always get a scratch off of the surface. So whatever, right? Best you can do. Way better than where we started. And I like that one a lot. You know? Well, hey, I'm glad that I helped you, you know, with this stuff that we like to sit down and clean your cards, man. I do too. Let's go through the list, but don't leave. I want to show you guys a magic card. All right? So I think that one was, I don't know, I still like the Jordan the best, even though it's got some permanent crap on it. I just love the way that looks. Cool as hell. This one had the same exact stuff, guys. So when you see any of these cards from this era, mid 90s with that sticky stuff on them, or that stuff from the sleeves, combo with a little spray and polish, like we did here. That looks good. Hey, Jason. Good to see you, buddy. I send my best to you and Aiden. Good to see you. And then that one looks good. I love that card. I really like the Select brand. I gather they don't always sell as high as like a Prism or the other, but I think I could be wrong, but I just always thought they kind of looked better than the other ones. I just like them. And I like their short prints they make. I think that they make some really good stuff. All right. Ready? All right. Eric asked for it. He said, show me the magic. All right. So let me show you. I got to go over to my screen over here. I want to show you guys something. Okay. So let's go up here. So hold on. That's my monitor, which I read from. But what we need to do is I need to show you the magic card first. All right. Okay. So sorry to make you look at a computer screen, but it's going to make sense here in a second. All right, so can you guys see? This is I'm going to make a video of this too, so my magic friends don't feel like you just have to get it from this video. But you see this indent? So I had that on this card. Let me show you something else. And it's sitting right here, so we're gonna take a look in a second. I had that in it. Stuff that I would consider very difficult to get out of TCG. Okay, so I had that. Hold on, there's more. Crease in the foil. Crease in the foil. And hold on, got more. So, and then it went through the front. So stuff that I would, like I said, I would consider very hard to do anything with. So get it? All right. So that's what I have been dealing with. Now, I have that same card in here right now. It's not done, but I'm going to show you the progress. Let me get cleaned up here for a second. Okay, scoot over. So I'm going to make a complete video on this. Here's what I've been doing, you guys. I've been doing just getting card spray and hitting one mat. These are my drying mats right here. And I just spray one side and I spray the other just lightly. So I won't give you the whole breakdown right now, but I have it for you, okay? So it's not, I'll make the video and post it ASAP, maybe as early as tomorrow. But this is where I am with that big dent. Check this out. So look at these, guys. The one that was there on the back. Look above, see the word master? Look right above the A. It's down to that. There it is. See that? And then the worst one, got it down to that right now. And I'm not done. I'm going to do a little bit of mist of spray on it again, and then look at the front. Those heavy ones were down in the bottom. I feel like I got them almost all the way out. You can see a little bit of it right there. And then that one that was going through right there, just a little bump. See that? Isn't that cool? So, magic, friends. I haven't forgot about you, and I'm still working on that little dent up there at the top, but that's what I'm doing. So just to give you guys a quick, check it out, I'll do it right now. Just do a little bit of spray, just that little mist, just like that, and I've just been holding it just like that, and I'll hold it like this for 24 hours. Well, right now, it's almost 11 o'clock at night. I'll look at it in the morning, but I've just been doing that, and that has been really helpful with dents and dings and stuff like that in TCG cards. So what's going on, you guys? Thanks for joining in tonight, and thanks for keeping me busy as heck like usual, man. You guys are the best. And I'll do some before and after pictures of these, and if anybody had any questions for me that I didn't cover, send me a message. I'm happy to take a look and give you my best advice. But I don't have anything going on probably next week, guys. So if you're available next week, join me. And we'll be here on Wednesday night, 10 o'clock EST on Instagram for Kurt's Card Care Wednesday Night Live. And thank you guys so much for all the love and the support. And keep showing me all the great work you do. You're so inspiring. And again, you're the best people in the world to work for. And I appreciate you so much. So remember, man, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So be good yourself and somebody else. I'll talk to you guys real soon. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.